What's going on, Gemini? So, if you are afraid of any kind of relationship, something that you're not going to get into, you shouldn't be afraid. Look, you Geminis have the Emperor, the Chariot, the Strength card, right? And what I mean by that is that the Chariot represents you. The Chariot, right? The Emperor also represents you. The Emperor represents you Geminis needing to understand that you have a lot of power. You have a lot of decision-making power when it comes to the way that your relationships are. A lot of you Geminis don't really give yourself enough credit. And what I mean by that is the Chariot and the Strength card. Sometimes people will make relationships with you Geminis. They will intentionally make it confusing because they're giving off their cognitive dissonant projections about what it is that they perceive you to be. They perceive you Geminis, excuse me, they perceive you Geminis automatically as a player. And what it is that you Geminis want is that you just wanted a relationship. But instead of that, they looked at it like something to be played with. They looked at your heart like something to be played with. So now the Strength card is about you Geminis are showing slowly but surely that you're not really meant to be played with unless you're cracking jokes and having fun, because Gemini could be, a jokester too, and party obviously and have fun, but at the same time, you Geminis want to be taken seriously, right? So a lot of you Geminis understand that in order for you to be taken seriously, words and actions have to match with one another. And a lot of you Geminis are letting your words and actions match. You are not being with someone that would waste your time. I don't know what it is, but you Geminis, don't take it personally, but you Geminis are not really taken seriously sometimes. And it's not necessarily anything that you Geminis are particularly doing that you can stop. What it is that that's just what comes with Mercury, right? Mercury is kind of seen like a jovial planet, and it is, but at the same time, it's a very important planet, and it has a very important placement. Same thing goes for you Geminis, right? A lot of you Geminis have to learn the good mix between seriousness in life and being fun and jovial. And a lot of you Geminis actually are. A lot of you Geminis actually are learning that good mix between the two. The situation for you Geminis is you Geminis just want to be able to make very good decisions. You don't want to end up with a bum. You Geminis don't want to end up with someone that all it is that they want to do is just mooch off of you. They're them being a parasite, mooching the lifeblood out of you, right? Everything that you accomplish and you build, they're living off of your own hard work, and they're not contributing anything. Or if they do contribute, they're contributing very little in comparison to you in the relationship. And yes, relationships are not transactional, but it is good ethics that both people put in effort into the relationship. Otherwise, it erodes at the relationship and it makes it transactional even on itself. So so yes, at one point relationships cannot be transactional in the sense of, yes, it cannot be transactional in the sense of like you looking at everything that a person wants you to do, and you can't look to what it is that a person can give to you so much because it's not transactional. But then at the same time, if you're letting someone live off of your own hard work, it loops right back around to being transactional again. So this is what I mean when I say that it has to be a good mix of it has to be a good mix of someone that wants to contribute because it's within their heart. It's something that they want to do. It's not something that you Geminis have to constantly talk to other people and have to tell them that they should be doing. So a lot of you Geminis understand that. You understand what's going on. And You Geminis definitely understand way more than what people are. They're not telling you anything, but like you're trying to get to know them. And obviously it's not serious conversations, too much serious conversations happening too soon, because you Geminis will just now start to know them, right? But at the same time, you Geminis are paying attention to the direction or the writing on the wall of the relationship or the connection that you have between yourself and someone else. And I just see that a lot of you Geminis are very much so aware of the long-term prospect of someone that you're getting to know. And I honestly see that you Geminis are looking at it a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years into the future, and you're asking yourself, do you honestly see yourself with this person? Does this person even want to really see you in their future? Does this person see you in their future where it's going in a particular direction, where they can actually see past what's going on here today? And the thing about it is that if they're not, you Geminis are willing to walk away. The Six of Pentacles and the Two of Cups, however, represents, because the Six of Pentacles, things, right, and the Two of Cups, things should be a very good relationship between the two of you. They should be able to contribute just like you're contributing to them. A lot of you Geminis may have met some people fairly recently where it's like all it is that they want is for you to pay for everything, do everything, contribute to them. So it becomes like a charity under the disguise of a relationship. You're supposed to be charitable and come out of your pocket and do everything for them, while they don't want to do anything for you. They find it hard. They got to come up with excuses. Trust me, I know what that's like. That's just what happens to people who were born under the influence of Mercury. That's just what happens, Gemini, because I don't have any Gemini placements in my chart, but I'm a Virgo, right? And I have, and when it comes to finding love myself, right, especially in the U.S. in particular, because I will not date in the U.S. I've stopped. I've stopped trying to date in the U.S. since 2022. More realistically, 2023, just kind of the remnants of trying since 2023, but officially. But yeah, I totally understand what it is that you mean. The excuses are a dime a dozen. People trying to tell you what it is that they're not going to do, and they're not going to do anything. They find it hard to do things that costs them nothing to do. They have to be told how to have common sense. It's like, how do you not know that you have to reach out to somebody? It's like, oh, so you want the person to reach out to you only, but it's like, but you don't have the common sense to reach. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, well, if you're not going to reach out to me, I'm not going to reach out. It's like, and that's how a lot of people end up missing out on a lot of great opportunities that way. Now, reason why I'm saying that is because the Two of Cups, you Geminis are beginning to understand what relationships are. And you understand that there's no way that a relationship is a charity case. It can't be. It's not going to work if it is. The High Priestess represents, so a lot of you Geminis have become more serious in that regard when it comes to not turning relationships into charities. Once a lot of you Geminis see that it's going in that direction, you Geminis are ghosting. You're looking at it, you're studying it, you're looking at the writing on the wall, and you're like, nah, it's time for you to leave. So that's exactly what it is that you're doing. The Queen of Cups and the Five of Swords, even to other people's dismay. Other people are gonna think to themselves or project onto you that you're the player. But they need to do that in order for them to actually come up with an excuse as to why it is that they can't keep you in their life. But you Geminis know the truth. You can't see them around because you're paying attention to the writing on the wall. There's no way that you're going to be able to have them as someone who's serious and take you for real, because they don't even take themselves seriously. Grown adults don't even necessarily take themselves seriously. So you Geminis will be very clear about what it is that you want, but you will feel rejected still due to the fact that they will not give you what you want. They won't be serious with you at all. They'll just waste your time and try to make it seem like you're the one that's going crazy because you're talking about marriage and stuff like this so fast. You're talking about a relationship so fast. That's not really true. That's not true at all. You Geminis are trying to hang out. You're dating. You're dating someone because you want this person to actually have or see a future with you. That's the reason why it is that you're dating in the first place. You're not necessarily talking about marriage so quickly, because I'm not even gonna lie. Even if you're a decent person, don't talk about marriage so soon, because that's a big leap. That's a big leap. You start talking about marriage, scare the person right out of there. Get the person nervous by doing that, because it's way too much, right? It's way too much to chew on. The first date, you hanging out with somebody, you talking about marriage. It's like, and then not only that too, but it just kind of, more oftentimes than not, it just makes it seem like you're in a hurry. It makes it seem like you're doing too much, like you're in a hurry. You're trying to interact in this relationship and get to this particular goal too fast. And the world and the Knight of Pentacles now represents how, but a lot of you Geminis are being very serious. And I'm seeing that you are finally being able to get your way. And what I mean when I say that is people are actually taking you seriously. But they're still trying their hand. But the Knight of Pentacles represents you'll have to be able to trust yourself to know that someone is out there for you, right? Someone is a good match that you can essentially trust. Excuse me. So let's clarify the world. The world, Death card, Nine of Cups, Eight of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. So we're going to go ahead and move the world out of the way, because you can't clarify a card with the same card. That would make no sense. So we're just going to clarify 4. But to clarify the world, we have the Death card and the Nine of Cups. Yes, you have to put dysfunctional relationships in their place, which is in the trash can. Someone is not going to be able to live off of your dime and your hard work and call that a 50-50 relationship. And I've said this before, and I've made a lot of people upset by saying this. Some people have gotten upset, but I'm just telling y'all the truth. A 50-50 relationship is a healthy relationship, because that's what a relationship requires. Both sides to actively be a part of a relationship. If one side is kicking their feet up and relaxing and sitting back, while the other side is sweating bullets because of all the hard work that they done did, that's not a relationship. That is a parasitic one. It's not a healthy one. It's a parasitic relationship. A healthy relationship is, did you pay the rent? Okay, I paid the phone bill. I paid the light bill. I paid the water bill. Did you go ahead and get food for the refrigerator? Okay, good. Okay, good. Just checking. Okay. That's what a relationship is. Communication. Look, baby, this month I'm going to go ahead and pay the rent, phone bill, light bill, water bill, all of that. I'm going to go ahead and pay all of that type stuff. You go ahead and get food for the house and you know, and our cell phone bills. Hey, pay that and do this and do this. You know, or do whatever, you know, just so that it's 3 to 3. You know, if a person even wants you Geminis to become comfortable with having to do the majority of the work, it's a dub. Automatically, it's a dub. You can't trust that because it's a parasitic relationship. The Eight of Cups and the Queen of Wands represents you still going to have some people. I'm going to be honest with you. You still going to have some people that's going to try. You can't stop somebody from trying to be an idiot with you, but it's not going to work. All the dysfunctional stuff is not going to work. You're just going to Eight of Cups them, which is dust them, you know, move forward move forward from them, move forward in time and have nothing to do with them.